Hello fellow food lovers, my name is Ty, and today I will be taking you on a journey that will open up doors for future recipes for years to come. Have you ever made pizza from scratch? How about caprese salad, chicken parmesan, lasagna? All of these well-known dishes have one delicious thing in common. They all use cheese. Mozzarella to be specific. Today we'll be making this decadent southern Italian dish from scratch and in under half an hour. So wipe that drool off your chin and prepare for greatness. Let's go over what you'll need if you're following along with us. Let's start with the base of what all cheese starts with, milk. Now you can technically use almost any kind of milk from almost any kind of animal. However, I like to use the basic whole milk from a cow. Today I will be using 1 gallon of all organic pasteurized whole milk. What you'll need next are some ingredients you may not be able to find at your local grocer. However, don't get discouraged. These ingredients are reasonably inexpensive on Amazon. You'll need powdered citric acid and liquid vegetable rennet. You may also use rennet tablets. Just keep in mind that 1/2 a rennet tablet will do the trick for a whole gallon of milk. You'll also need salt. I prefer kosher salt or cheese salt, but regular salt will do just fine. And lastly, you'll need water, about 1/2 cup. Some of the tools that I use are pretty basic and affordable, and all available on Amazon. I use a 12-inch homebrewed dial thermometer, typically used in beer making. However, it works for our needs. I use an unbleached natural cotton cheesecloth, which is reusable. I also use a stainless steel skimmer used to scoop the curds and stir the milk, but any large slotted spoon will work. Any large pot capable of holding 1 gallon of milk will do the trick as well. I use a stainless steel pot with a thick bottom so that the heat is transferred evenly. Lastly, I use a colander to drain the excess whey. So let's start making our cheese. First, I make sure that my ingredients are prepared correctly. I take 3 teaspoons of citric acid and dissolve that into 1/4 cup of room temperature water. Next, I dissolve a 1/4 teaspoon of liquid rennet into the other 1/4 cup of room temperature water. After that, I can start heating my milk. I pour the entire gallon of milk into my pot and turn my stove on to about a medium-low heat. You want to slowly heat up your milk. Once the milk reaches 55 degrees Fahrenheit, I will then add my citric acid. The citric acid allows for the curd to become stretchy and pliable. Now you want to continue heating your milk while gently stirring occasionally. Once the milk reaches 88 degrees Fahrenheit, I add my rennet. Now at this point, I stir my milk gently for 1 minute or until the flecks start to appear on my ladle. It's at this point that you will noticeably start to see the curd separating from the whey. Once you do, stop stirring and let it rest. You want to encourage the curd to meld together. Continue heating the curd and the whey now until it reaches 102 degrees. Once it reaches this temperature, we will gently ladle the large curds into the colander with a cheesecloth draped over it to catch the curd. Once most of the curd is out, pour the rest of the whey into the colander and let it rest for 5 minutes while the whey drains. At this point, I take my curd and I transfer it into a large microwavable bowl and microwave my curd for 60 seconds. I then take my curd out and knead it a few times. Then put it back in the microwave for 40 seconds. After I take it out of the microwave, I then add my cheese salt. About 2 tablespoons of salt should do the trick. Now you want to fold the cheese to evenly coat it with the salt. I microwave my cheese for 30 more seconds, and then I can start to stretch my warm mozzarella. Now, once your mozzarella is stretched and has a nice sheen to it, you can now serve it just as it is. Or you can put it in an ice bath to let it cool off. Just like that, you have now successfully created your very own mozzarella from scratch, and it couldn't be easier. You are ready to move on to bigger and better things. One of my favorite dishes to take to a party is fresh caprese salad with fresh tomatoes and fresh basil. Now, enjoy your limitless possibilities and happy cheesing.